Podcast in association with TC Cars. TC Cars won Birmingham's Taxis 2019. Book by app or by phone today. It's Padcast in association with TC Cars. Today I'm with Dave. We're going to be talking a lot about MMA.
The news.
The news, what's to come, what we want to see, and future fights.
That's it.
So what do you want to hit on first then?
There's been recent news about Ferguson versus Dustin Poirier.
Is that a good fight for Ferguson, really?
Well, if you look at Dustin versus Gaethje, Dustin Poirier dealt with Gaethje pretty easy, in my opinion. Gaethje dealt with Ferg, and we all seen what Gaethje did to Ferguson.
We did.
He touched him up, didn't he?
He did. That was a well-deserved win.
It was. So,
would you say that
I
was
just
a
think,
fight?
I just think what's Dustin going to do to Ferguson if Dustin did that to Gaethje and Gaethje did that to Ferguson?
Yeah, but
if everyone can keep up with that.
Do people like that? Does, because them triangles always work there. Like if he beats him.
Not always. No, but they're both just warriors, aren't they?
Yeah.
Ferguson's, like I said in the last podcast, Ferguson's on my top 3 fighters, mate.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's an animal. Have you seen his Instagram where he's kicking steel pipes, lead pipes or whatever?
He's a character, and he's one of them. He's a machine, as well. Like he don't stop going, does he? So, like his stamina.
His cardio, sorry, his cardio is just off the chain, mate. He's up there with like Max Holloway and that.
Yeah.
He's an absolute cardio fest in the octagon.
If there's like 5, if you could pick 5 fighters, cardio wise, the best warrior. That's what we'll do, and as we're going along, we talk about something, we'll try and point out who you think have got like top cardio,
Yeah, man.
So like Usman. What do you say?
Yeah, he's got top cardio. It's hard to pick because.
Or just pick 5. Whereas you don't have to be the top, but known for or definitely.
Okay, me personally known for, I'd say Ferguson, Holloway, Colby Covington, Usman. See, it's hard. There's more after that.
But they're the staples.
Yeah. Yeah, to go on, definitely.
There's been another fight, but I wanted to talk about, which I love him. Tyron Woodley versus Covington.
There you go, mate. It's going to be that's going to be an absolute cardio fest, because you're going to see Covington just pressure Woodley. Woodley don't like pressure. In my mind, from what I've seen, I don't think he likes that much pressure pad.
Do you think Woodley, this is the end, or do you reckon?
If he loses,
yeah.
It's never the end until the fighter says. Cause
how many has he lost in a row now? He's lost a few, hasn't he?
2, 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
It's that's going to be a real good fight. Especially Covington coming off a loss to Usman as well. He's going to want to make his mark and be like, I'm coming back for you, man.
I do like what Covington done, the way, he was about to get pushed out of the UFC.
And he just stripped himself and rebranded.
Yeah, that's amazing. He done well. And then Woodley at the time was the boss, wasn't he? He was just king of that division. And then now it's flip the chains. Usman. Absolutely.
A lot of people say he's boring, but he gets the job done, mate.
That's it. You can't. I love Usman, but I love them sort of fights. You don't mean it's not that I love the fighter. I love fighters that just win the fights. Don't get me wrong, I love exciting fights, but if someone wins it, they'll win it, and I just think that's what you're there for. You'll get everything else will come as long as the wins keep coming. And
especially if someone's unbeaten as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just love that. They're going to lose this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they get put challenges in front of them, and you just think something could happen here.
Yeah,
they could get that out. But
like a kick to the knee, and you can't stand on your ankle, and it rolls over. I don't know. The Sean O'Malley show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Turned into the Cheeto Vera show, mate.
What do you think's going to happen with him? I think
they're going to give him another ranked fight. If he loses that, he'll probably get a rematch with Sean. But like I said, O'Malley will only get the rematch with him if Vera doesn't go any further.
Yeah.
O'Malley's got a lot of catching up to do now.
Yeah,
not a lot, but he's
But that's
got
obviously
catching
put
up to
him
do.
Vera forward, which has
forward,
made
isn't
Sean's back further back. He's a bit bitter at the moment. I've been looking at his Twitter and stuff like that, and he's like, he keeps saying like, I lost by a worse fight. I don't know how I lost. It's not saying it's embarrassing, but I felt like it's a bit disrespectful when beforehand, like, you know, you and Tosh were either or about it, weren't you? It's like it could go either way, and so like you had respect for either fighter. So it's a shame he doesn't have it, isn't it? But I suppose that's what they do, don't they?
But I suppose that's it, isn't it? Just he's not humble. He says what would it be humble?
He said that was a joke because he tweeted.
Did it? I didn't see the tweet.
So he tweeted humble, and then afterwards he tweeted like I think it was like a day later or something. He went off on Vera and then says, "You think that humble was for real? That was just a joke, and it or something." So he ain't humble. He's ready. You know, he's a character. I think you need characters in this as well, don't you?
Yeah, and I think he needs to work on his injuries as well because I think he's a bit injury prone. Do you know what I mean? Like he gets injured a bit too much, and you know, champions rarely get injured, mate. And
you've got to fight. You know, when you're the champ, the next fight, you're defending a title every time. So
every time.
That person who's fighting you isn't just hungry just to win the fight. They're hungry to, you know, that's their world, that's their
legacy.
There you go.
That's it, man. You know what I mean? But another exciting fight coming up, Till versus Jack Hermansson.
Jack Hermansson?
Yeah.
I actually have never heard of him. So who's Jack Hermansson?
He's coming off a win. I forgot who his win was against. I do apologise for that. I forget. But Darren Till, as long as Darren Till's knee, he gets clearance on that, then that fight's happening on December 5th. That's going to be the main card. Jack Hermansson, good striker, good wrestling, good physique, strong, fast, bit showy. You know what I mean? He's like, it's a good matchup for Till. I think it's a good fight.
Till's at a higher weight than he was before. Am I right?
Yeah. He's in the middleweight now. Middle, isn't he? 185.
So there you go. So it is. Do you think that weight's suiting him more? Would you say?
Yeah.
Because he was the gorilla at the lower weight, wasn't he? Like, you know, he was. You could see he's way bigger, but
you could see so much like IQ in the Whittaker fight. You know, with him and Whittaker, it was just.
And do you think that's why
chess constantly and?
Do you think like because he was having to bring himself down to a lower weight when he was fighting at them lower weights, he wasn't able to, you know, like his mind was on his weight, not on the, you know, on the fight. So he'd go into the gym rather than to train. He's thinking about his weight rather than thinking about the fight more. Whereas now he can let off, not as much because
walk around at his own natural body weight and just train, do what he needs.
And so I think that's the thing with fighters, and need to find the right weight. It's not always. Sometimes fighters go into weights and. Because there's money in them weights, you know, like people don't want to fight in certain weights, or them guys are just too big in that weight, so I'm not fighting there.
Definitely.
So then they strip themselves, and then that becomes the primary goal to get stripped. Yeah.
But perfect example, Donald Cerrone versus Price. Don't really know too much about Price. But yeah, he's game for anything, isn't he? Donald Cerrone, that's coming on September 19th. Him again, absolute wizard at 170.
Yeah.
Mate, yeah.
I
wizard. If you YouTube the combo he did against Rick Story, that was one of the finest combos I've ever seen in UFC history.
So guys, go and, you know, check that out against Rick Story, Donald Cerrone. But I think with Donald Cerrone, he's like he's the gatekeeper, isn't he? In all these, like, I think he's 40. I think he's someone who, again, remember I said that thing about another fight. I think it was Dillian White before, that he can beat anyone, can beat him. You know, I'm talking about the top echelon fighters, but he could also beat them as well. So, and that's with like Donald Cerrone. I feel like he's a good match for everyone, but he's been in that many big fights. He's had to lose some, hasn't he? You know, he has fought killers.
He gets there, man. He gets but sometimes he gets the job done, and sometimes he doesn't. But he's like a great guy as well. Like he's personality, everything. He's just so humble in everything.
He
He's not a
reminds me-
shit talker, and that's what I love about him.
Reminds me of like Speedpay. That's sort of the same sort of like the same outside of the ring. They're just cool, chilled guys, like family men. I see it.
Does all that underwater diving, off-road, horse riding, everything, shooting. He lives the life, man.
That's good.
He's got a good life, man.
So
Smith versus Reyes versus Blachowicz for the vacant light heavyweight title.
Is this the one that John Jones held for
ever and a day? Well, kinda.
Yeah, before his stuff happened, but because he's gone up to heavyweight now. Made a video on that the other day, guys. Go and check that out on YouTube also. But yeah, so John Jones has moved up.
He has.
And then
I think he should just turn into the bad guy again. He's all this God stuff and like what he says and stuff. Like, it's not him. I don't think it's him.
Yeah.
And I think he should just stick to his roots. Be the bad guy. Say what he wants because he can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just stop with the. I love John Jones. Like, he's the greatest ever to me. Like, you know how much I love him. He's unbeatable in my eyes.
Will he be the greatest in heavyweight?
That's his test.
Yeah.
That's his test, man.
Do you think?
I think he will. He's got the tools. Yeah, he's got the striking.
Is it a massive?
He can stuff takedowns.
Yeah. Is it a massive difference? Like, is his size to, let's say, Stipe's size a massive difference?
He walks around at 220, 230, I think. John Jones does.
So he's a...
No, does it? 220, I think. So he's not far off.
He's a big lad.
Big lad. Very big lad. But yeah, that's for the... I think Reyes has got that all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blachowicz has all come forward and try and take his head off, and Reyes I think Reyes is a bit more technical than Blachowicz.
Yeah.
So yeah. But both bombers. So.
I do like that fight. Didn't Reyes has already fought Bones, and then John Jones, the Bones. So, and that was a close fight, wasn't it?
Oh, like I said, I love John Jones, man, but I think he lost that fight.
Yeah?
I really do. I think Reyes fought his heart out that night, and I think he showed that he's championship calibre.
Okay, well, I'm just ringing John now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he won the fight.
Yeah, sweet, give him a ring.
Yeah, so, no, but fair enough, yeah. It's, I don't really score UFC fights. I don't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I know enough to score. Like, I know if he's took him down and nothing else has happened, he's probably won that round. If he's put the most pressure on at the same time, yeah, I'm more try and here or there, but I couldn't say he won because I don't know enough. I think that's fair enough, isn't it?
Got Oliveira versus Dariush. Do you know him?
Not a thing.
Oliveira, he's a very showy fighter.
Yeah.
Likes to show off, but he's good at it. Yeah, so
I feel like
Oliveira. Dariush is like I think he's a wrestler.
I'm gonna do.
But
that.
it's a good matchup because.
So tell us who you think's gonna win in that, or tell us what you think's gonna happen in that fight.
It's hard to say, man. It's a really good fight though.
Let's have a look.
But I think Oliveira pips it.
Yeah.
Because he's so unpredictable and he comes from different angles.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm about.
Yeah.
There you go, Charles Oliveira.
I love it when.
For Kevin there, yeah.
We're just gonna check out the highlights. I do know him. See, these are the type of fighters I do like. So there's him. Who's that fighter at the height? I'm sure he's at a heavier weight. He had like the black mohawk. I can't remember.
Oh, Johnny Walker.
Yeah. Like
he's
heavyweight. I
like when he done that salute and knocked himself out. Well, he didn't knock himself out, but he dazed himself.
But I love it. I just love them type of fighters. Do you know? And sometimes I think he's a bit cheeky and that, but. So we're just watching a bit of a Oliveira versus Kevin Lee, and there's I think this is in the first round.
Look at that! See how smooth that transition is.
Yeah. So basically, it's the first round. Well. Yeah. So you think that Lee was going to get on top, but really that didn't work. And then, he's got his leg, he won't let him up, but he won't let him down. He's like, got his leg the whole time.
Look how bent his leg is as well. It's just...
So you can do, so here we go. So he's on the floor now doing some jiu-jitsu and that. And now is that what's it called? Like a...
It's like a toe hold, foot hold.
Yeah, toe hold, that's what I was going to say. Oof. And then he's...
Perfect.
Then now they're standing up.
Back kick was perfect.
And the stand-up game is just... It's different, so he's
Kevin
going
Lee
up
want it
yeah.
at this point.
Oof.
Yeah, it's right. It's only round 2 as well.
And it's only beginning of round 2 as well. He's already unleashed. So yeah, Oliveira.
I like Kevin Lee as well.
I don't know the other fight, so I have seen him before, like, but...
He's fought Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
Triangle choked.
Who has?
Kevin Lee, look, he's got the arm bar.
There we go.
Yeah, Kevin Lee got choked by Tony Ferguson.
And there we go. So we're just watching the end of it. It's just basically the highlights. I think it ends in the 3rd round. There we go. And we've had a tap. Yeah,
guillotine.
So with a guillotine. So that was amazing. So yeah, so he had stand up. He had kicks. He had punch. You know, he can punch.
Ground,
Yeah,
wrestling.
he had ground. And he's transitioning.
And he can keep you where you
and
want
did you
him,
see he was on the
where
back
he wants.
on his back as well. He's got a lot. He's got a lot in that.
He's good. He's got a lot of tools in his arsenal, and that's what I think makes him exciting.
An all-rounder and showy.
Yeah, I told you he's a
I
very
like
showy
that.
fighter.
And who's that against? Dariush.
Yeah, he's against Dariush on the October 3rd. That fight is.
And then I see a name there.
Do you?
I do, and I think Anderson Silva.
Yeah. You think he's too old?
That's what I was thinking. Like when I first got into UFC, I was like, he was at the end of his career when I was first getting into UFC, I suppose. And I'm no disrespect to like when he had that fight with Adesanya, but I've seen that as more. I didn't think anyone tried to actually. I didn't think Adesanya actually tried to batter him in that fight.
Yeah, I think he had too much respect.
Yeah, I think that was just. We know I could win this.
Yeah, so we just
Yeah.
put on a show.
So who is Hall then? Who's he fighting?
Uriah Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good fighter. Bit of a powerhouse. I think he's fought Costa, Paulo Costa, I'm sure he has. Is it Uriah Hall that's fought him? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, he's a good fighter. He's been around. Not quite been a champion.
Is this a way out fight? I'm sure Anderson Silva was saying recently I'm due a big fight or something like that.
Apparently it was something to do with McGregor. The talks were going through.
Was that before the COVID though? Because big things have happened because of the COVID. One big thing happened to Dave, to be honest. So Dave was due to go to UFC London. Do you remember what number it was? Or?
No, it was a fight night with Woodley versus Edwards, wasn't it?
That would have been amazing. The fact that you're from Birmingham, Edwards is from Birmingham. The support there, plus. You know how much I like Woodley, so you would have been like, yeah, even hating on him even more.
That night.
Yeah, and that would have been amazing for you. But it's going to come again. It's going to come again. And with this, we'll be going to these events together now. Like we've got to get into them. Yeah, we'll go live at the events because that was the plan last time. So the plan this time we'll do it again.
But yeah, that's October 31st. I think it's a good fight, but like I say, he's Anderson Silva past it now. It's like 45, isn't he? 43, 45.
He's not young anyway.
He's not a young guy.
Alright, we'll take a break from what fights we've got to talk about. We was asked a question on, I think it was our YouTube channel. And yeah, so if Kimbo Slices was still in the UFC, who would be his best opponent?
Who would be his best opponent?
What he was?
What would he?
Was he fighting
at?
I don't know. He must have been fighting at heavyweight. I mean,
I don't know. Could have been light heavy.
Let's have a look.
Could have been a 155 and we're just completely wrong.
No, it couldn't be. It is 155. I want to look like that 155. Kimbo Slices, UFC weight. There we go. You're not the only person who searched for it.
235, so yeah, he was heavyweight.
Heavyweight, so Jesus, yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
Who would be his best
I don't know,
opponent?
I'd give him someone like Cain Velasquez or something.
Nah, Cain Velasquez will just rag him around. I feel like if you had...
But he's a great striker, Cain Velasquez is as well. And so is Kimbo Slice.
I think if you had...
Not a great striker, but...
You had Kimbo Slice with stamina. Like, you know, we're going back years. Let's say we got hold of him and we give him a stamina boost, yeah? And you fought him against, like, your Ngannou's or your... Who was the one who Ngannou absolutely flattened?
Alistar over it.
Yeah.
Sent him into orbit.
That'd be like, I'd love to see them. Like, I used to love to see, I watched Kimbo Slice on YouTube and it was fun and we thought it was wicked, but and then now we actually watch UFC and now it is wicked.
There's levels.
Yeah. It's all good to have someone you like though, isn't it?
There is.
Yeah.
There is.
Let's see, so we had... Okay then. That's the question. Adesanya. See, I'm down for this if you want.
Let's do it now.
Yeah. So Adesanya or Costa, and why?
In my mind, I think Adesanya's got the better IQ, got the better precision in his striking as well. But don't take anything away from Costa because he's dangerous. Okay, he'll walk forward, he'll throw bombs, and he'll just look to take Adesanya's head off. Adesanya's got to be smart.
Jabs.
No, he's not throwing jabs.
He's firing with intent.
Exactly.
Everything.
Everything.
Seems like an angry character
in
the ring.
No, the scary thing is, he can do it for rounds.
Yeah.
Rounds and rounds.
Oh my god. He's like that Romero muscle and muscle and muscle.
Absolute specimen.
And
have you seen him?
Adesanya saying he's juicing. But imagine they're going to have the fight. Obviously they've been tested, so that's juicing, but it's just a bit of, you know, banter trying to gear up the fight. But yeah, no, it looks like a proper good fight. Like, I'm looking forward to that.
I don't know if he's going to knock him out, but I just think Adesanya.
Yeah,
I'm going to say by decision.
I'm going to go the other way, you know. I'm just going to say this is going to be Izzy's first loss.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, in the UFC.
Yeah, UFC. But I'd say this is going to be like I feel an upset. I just feel like things are just too good. And sometimes when things are too good, but you know when stars just get into the peak, and I feel like a loss is coming. I feel like
brings him down.
I'm not going to say he's taking his eye off the ball, but I'd say I don't know. You know, I'm saying I think Costa may do it, to be honest. But that's a proper good fight.
It's a great fight.
I can't wait for that.
It's a scary fight.
Some people have got... Depends if Costa gets off a bomb or not. Or we've got Adesanya. He's just unorthodox and hard to get close enough to damage.
There you go.
And then people are saying Costa has to finish off Izzy in the third. Otherwise, he will pick out easily from the fourth. So...
They're the championship rounds, aren't they? 4th and 5th.
Yeah. Has Costa fought in them? Because didn't they fight against Romero and...
Yeah, went the distance.
But that was just 3 rounds though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but he went for a title, was it?
Oh yeah, true.
But yeah, that seems like a good fight. I'm looking forward to that anyway.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? That's like next levels. Alright then.
Ortega versus Young. Return of Brian Ortega.
I was literally just going to say that. Like,
hasn't been seen since he got absolutely lit up by Max Holloway, but...
How come he just... Has he not fought, or has he...
No, he's not fought, mate. He just hasn't fought.
But he's back against...
Young. Again, I don't know much about Young.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's unranked or what.
So do you think this is get me back into...
Like a get me back into it fight, but no easy...
Yeah.
Fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think there's too many easy fights. Well, I don't think there's any easy fights.
There's no easy fights in the UFC.
Yeah.
And anything can happen, like, you know. So.
That's what are you looking
But I'm looking forward to Brian Ortega coming back and to see if he's sharpened on anything. Do you know what I mean? Because in the Max Holloway fight, he got made look like a bit of an amateur standing.
Yeah.
I think.
But he's more ground, isn't he?
He's a beast on the ground. He's an absolute beast.
You think, well, don't I just take it there, you know?
This is it. Well, you got to get him there. Everything starts standing, mate.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? The Max Holloway had his number in that sense, kind of. So. We never know. Could come back and just get starched.
He could come back and take over the division like he was predicted to. You never know.
That loss might have just woke him up.
Yeah. Now he's woke. Sorry, guys. No digs or nothing. So yeah,
mate, we've got an absolute corker coming up. Blades versus Lewis.
Is this so? Blades, I know, can wrestle, but
He's a phenomenal wrestler.
But I don't think this is going to any ground. Do you think this is just going to be a slugfest, or do you think Blades will try and take it to?
Hopefully, it's not boring like the Ngannou fight.
Yeah, but I think the Ngannou fight, I think that was just the wrong time. I think Ngannou just lost that fight, didn't they, beforehand? And I think he was a bit tentative, and Lewis already knows that this guy's got dynamite in his hands, and if he, So I felt like that was a tentative fight, but I think this could be a good fight. I think you got Blades with his wrestling, but
take nothing away from Lewis. He's still there.
Can put you to sleep.
Yeah, put you to sleep, boss. 100%. Smith versus Rakic. Did you see Smith versus Teixeira?
No, my last fight I've seen of Smith. It's going back a while now, didn't it? Could have even been the Jones fight.
The start of the fight, I was like, Smith's got this.
Yeah.
He was jabbing him up, he was landing shots, and then Teixeira just took him into deep waters. Knocked out one of his teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smith had to give his stuff to the ref.
Yeah, hold that for me. Yeah. Jesus.
And then he just got blitzed, man. So it shows that cardio does play a factor, man. It doesn't matter how many bombs you got or how good your kickboxing is, your boxing is. Gotta have that cardio, man.
So who is that Rakic, then? Do you know him?
Again, I do apologise. I've never ever heard of Rakic.
Don't need to apologise, like literally. Like I feel like some of these fights is like you see that Smith. I feel like he's just you want to bring him back, sort of. Fight,
again, I think it's like the Ortega fight, but with Smith, I think it's just a bit of more of a harder opponent for him. I think if Rakic is in up there.
So now we've got DC sipping his pina coladas. He's chilled out now. He's done. He's I was going to say happy days, but not exactly. Yeah. And then you've got. So now in the heavyweight division we've got Stipe left. People are saying I'm in all these groups and they're like, if Stipe beats Ngannou is the best ever and all that, and I'm like, he already did. So what do you have to do it again? Like as Ngannou just changed overnight, or?
That's the thing, man. I don't think Ngannou has, but I think he'll be better than the first fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Stipe just took him down. And everyone knew Ngannou couldn't really wrestle.
But do you think he would have worked on his...
Yeah, he would have worked on his ground game, his wrestling, stuff in his takedowns, but like I say, can you do that against championship level?
Oh, that's it, yeah.
But yeah, something funny Ben Askren said about the heavyweight division. He said he tweeted Stipe v Ngannou, Jones versus Lewis, and Blades versus Rosenstrike, and then he just put "you're welcome." Imagine that all on the same card.
Would they be able to pay them all to be on the same card? Like,
imagine that.
It's a lot of money, isn't it?
Jones v Lewis.
Just talking about, but I was.
As a first heavyweight fight, I think that's good, man.
Is it gonna be?
No, but he's Ben Askren's just throwing matches out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's good, man.
That's not a bad Jones Lewis though, but I feel like that's just Lewis is just coming for the bombs there, isn't he? And then,
or he'll try and take him down because he's a big guy, isn't he? Lewis, strong guy.
I think Jones can handle Lewis.
We'll see, won't we, mate? If that ever happened.
But and then Blades versus Rosenstrike. I feel like the Blades versus Rosenstrike, that's sort of like the Blades versus Lewis fight anyway, isn't it?
Mm.
You know, it's the same sort of fight. You got one,
but one's a bit more of a polished striker.
That's what I was going to ask, which I might look stupid because I think it's just happened or it's recent. Lewis versus Rosenstrike happened. Has that fight happened? Has it been a fight?
I can't remember. Got a terrible memory.
Because to be fair, that would be like two sluggers, wouldn't it? I feel like that's recently happened. I could be fully wrong, but let's have a look for that.
Yeah, let's have a look.
But do you know when you just... I feel like that would be a good fight for him to have. But yeah, let's have a look, and then
I can't remember if that's actually happened.
No. So it hasn't. So we've just But Derek Lewis. No, they've both they're fought in triangles. They fought each other's fighters. Yeah, that's probably why I'm getting a bit mixed up. But yeah, that seems like it'd be a good fight. Oh, do you remember Mark Hunter?
Best at the walk-off knockout.
Yeah, mad.
You made that look good.
There we go. Going back to that. All right,
John Jones at heavyweight, man. Ooh.
It is good, isn't it? Like, I do. You feel like he's cleared out the division below, isn't he? All of them can say, even though you say he lost that last fight. If they're saying he's won, and that's it.
Win's a win, yeah.
And if you won, I'd forget all these rematches. If you've done that, you've got legacy. You're allowed to not have rematches in certain fights, but I feel like if you go to, he's gone up now as heavyweight. It's just a whole fresh. Let's go.
Fresh new, let's go, focus. And it's better for his legacy if he does become a 2 division, because Daniel Cormier's done that.
I'm still of the ilk where I don't think it's fair that
he gets.
Why should I feel John Jones should get a title shot straight away? Straight away. I feel like if I feel like if you're like Cormier did, if you're at the weight below and you want to challenge, I feel like you should be able to challenge the below or the above weight ever. Like I think that'd be a good rule. I think they do something, or they used to do something in boxing like where you could always.
They'll probably wait for that.
No, they do it actually. The one that. What is it? The one who wants to fight Joshua? Who's the Ukrainian guy?
Usyk.
Yeah. So Usyk, the reason he's a mandatory for Joshua is because of the belt. I'm not sure out of which way. It might be the RBA.
Cruiserweight.
Yeah, because he held the belt, and at that weight, that one belt that Joshua holds has a ruling, and if you're someone at a lower weight, you can fight the champion at the higher weight if you're the champion at the lower weight. So that's good. I think that'd be wicked if it was in UFC. You just get to call it out, or maybe not call out the below weight, only call out the above weight, because otherwise you have bullying, wouldn't you?
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you?
You're like, John Jones wants to fight someone at featherweight, and there's something like, Jesus.
He wants Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Jesus.
But yeah, imagine. I can't wait.
That would be a mad one, wouldn't it?
Oh, just quick as well. They've done a thing on Facebook the other day. Bellator versus UFC.
Yeah.
Oh, should have seen it, mate.
Was it?
It's mad because literally Bellator only wins 2 in my mind. I can't really get up there.
Well, in boxing, Frank Warren just done that to Eddie Hearn. They done the same thing, and they put up their fighters, and it said Dubois versus Dillian White. Obviously, it's going to be Fury versus Joshua. Anthony Yard versus Buatsi. That fight that's going to happen next year. It's going to happen within a year, but that's a proper English banging fight. That is like.
Is it?
Yeah, like.
Is it definitely going to happen though?
It's got to happen within a year or two, definitely. Like they're at the same weight. They ain't going up or down. Like that's a big. I can't wait for that. But yeah, and then there was more lower down as you went down. There was quite a few fighters that could fight each other. Was it Conor Benn who was putting him up against? I can't remember, but it was proper good. But I feel like it was just Frank Warren just trying to get them to draw them out, say, come on, let's do these fights. But I don't think it's going to happen. If there's too much bitterness to do them, like for them two to come together to do it's going to be hard. They'll do 1 or 2 fights, but I can't imagine doing the whole card, splitting the money.
Yeah.
It's too much rivalry between promoters. But
imagine that.
Yeah. But yeah, so back to UFC, mate. Like there's a lot of
exciting things going on. I wonder what they're doing that war room. Do you know?
Yeah.
The big boards and stuff.
That's it.
I wonder if they just sort of draw lines to each of them. Like, yeah, he's got him.
He's done well, and he done alright, man. You can't knock him.
Bought for £2 million, was it?
Yeah.
Bought for £2 million, sold for $4 billion. That's profit.
He's a genius.
Smart business, man.
Yeah, I do enjoy UFC. I can't lie. But yeah, even being like, I love, you know how much I love boxing, but it's just something different UFCs, isn't it? Like you get to see all different aspects. I think, obviously I still prefer my boxing at the moment, but I mean it's treading a fine line.
Mm.
But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that though, is it? And after you see that now, you can't be a fan of everything. Like, man, I'm a casual of everything. I don't care. Like, I like to.
Yeah, I still like boxing. There was a time that I loved boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know where I fell off. I
think it's once you just start watching. I think once you start watching and remembering names and seeing who's fought who, I think that's when you start but that's with the UFC as well. Once you delve into it and you're in there, you're like, yeah, if he fights him and if that fights it, it becomes like that more. But yeah, like I think our next one we'll be having Tosh back on, won't we? We'll be talking more about
when Tosh is back. Yeah.
Tosh's been away. He should be here, shouldn't he? Really?
Well, yeah.
Where are you?
Fights to break down with him.
Yeah, but nice. What he's done, so he's gone away with the family. That's what I'd like to hear. And yeah, I think that's it there for today, though, isn't it, Dave?
It is. That's the best of the MMA news for this week.
MMA news. Get your MMA news from us. We're loving it. But that's been Padcast. Dave, I'm Paddy. Thanks for listening, and keep a lookout for our new ones. Have a nice day.
See you later, guys.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like down below for all the latest boxing news.